right, it's time, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not actually going to say a lot of things that I've supposedly done or whatever, just because I was guided by most of these people. I'm autistic on the autism spectrum. I have mild autism, and basically, I got brainwashed and misled and fooled by a lot of these people because they realized that I had this issue socially, and they saw how my mom suckered me multiple times out of hundreds of thousands of dollars, and how she disowned me over a few $1,000s because I wasn't giving her money for her own whims. And I forgive her for all that, but like straight up, yeah, she used me and used brainwashing, cult-like, double-bind, narcissistic tactics on me. So basically, these people who knew that, like Rakib and Sully, then there's also John, then there's Kat Hartwell. Her name is Catherine Green. And a lot of these people started to realize, something's wrong with this dude. I even said myself, I'm behind. And even Catherine Green said, I have a fifth grade comprehension level. So that's why when I was actually about to say at the time when she was accusing me of stuff, she was basically saying, yeah, like if I say anything about her boyfriend being abusive and whatnot, she was gonna, have something done to me and whatnot. So if anything happens to me, it's because of that stupid. I was about to cuss. I was about to cuss hard, man, because you know something? There is only barely a little sliver left of me being a Christian sometimes. I mean, I'm like, if these people want to really say I'm atheist, it's about to go down, bro, because I'll give you the motherfucking villain y'all never fucking seen. I need to stop cussing right now because, I'm trying to work on my soul and whatnot, but deep down, for 7 years, that Young Money Drake has been wanting to come through with that secret stash and whatnot, just like, woo, with that digital dash. Let's go, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Bro, I'm telling you right now, when these motherfuckers have told me nigger straight to my face, I've been keeping them demerits straight up. I know for a fact Sully has called me nigger to my face more than 10 times, but he hasn't said it more than 15 times because I was keeping tabs on my fingers and my toes. That motherfucker gets off to it. He's a fucking malignant narcissist as well. Well, I don't know if he's malignant, but Sully lies on everyone else. So basically, he'll be trying to say that when I say that he does something, he's like, oh, the other guys don't do that anymore. So basically, all these friends that he supposedly has, he's pinned stuff on them. He said stuff about Chugga, basically making fun of how he's autistic and how his girlfriend, Masayanella and whatnot, is basically like his mom and whatnot. He was like, that's crazy and whatnot. And, he was encouraging me to, think this was okay and whatnot, because I asked him at times, hey, did you tell Johnny Austin that you would make fun of the autism when he was around, and you would act like you'd have a seizure and whatnot and start laughing like big lol and whatnot? And he's like, he knows I already do that and whatnot. So we're gonna see soon if he really does know you do that, because the reason why I joked with Johnny was because Sully was always joking with me, and then he said it was because he was my friend, and if I can't handle being called nigger to the face like he's always fucking done for a long fucking time. And I actually was about to do something to him, but he took advantage of the fact that I was in his house. Be like, oh, so you're gonna hit me in my own house? But I'm like, you're calling me a fucking nigger and you're getting upset and you're saying this to my face. So I felt like I was still wrong. Like he always twists it just a little bit to make sure, and it's like, you little motherfucker, you've been saying shit. Your brother Luke, Zelda Master 2010, is like, oh yeah, I love going outside. I'll sometimes say nigger out loud. So we're gonna see if he's gonna say that right before this race war drops. John Carlo Paramango 11-2. That motherfucker tried to push me to actually do something with a minor in Georgia when I was at Matt's house for Kirby Switch. Yeah, the motherfucker tried to do that shit. He was like, just do it, nigga. Everybody does it. I'm like, nah, nigga, I ain't gonna do that shit. He still misled me to do something else. But straight up though, I didn't know. I thought I was following, the law and whatnot. But that's the thing. I have a brain disorder. It's all tied to the amygdala. You need to look up anatomy. If you don't, then don't fucking talk to me. Don't you try and fucking say nothing to me, because you don't know what the fuck I've been through in my life. You don't know how these people use these cult-like mindsets on me, how these people manipulate hundreds of thousands of dollars out of me, and how I haven't said anything about the autistic people who have threatened me and who have tried to intimidate me and who have called me a nig and a nigger straight up. So Bo Black, you need to think about that, bro. The only reason why I haven't done anything is because you're autistic. I know it's your friends like Cal's Bender probably and Craig MHGG who've been a bad influence on you since back then when you were a teenager, but you were calling me a nigger back then when I was a teenager too. So you need to think about that, motherfucker. Like, but that's the thing though. I forgive you. You know, I need to really forgive a lot of these people straight up for my soul, but like, you know, it's just I'm gonna call these people out because every single scenario, because right after I got disowned by my mom, Rakib pretended he cared about me and led me on the situation with the girl I got pregnant, supposedly, which it turns out it didn't, but he was pressing me hard all the time. Did you get the abortion? Did you get the abortion? I ended up saying I did, even though I didn't, because I felt pressured by him. And I was like, I don't know, something in my spirit is just telling me don't do this anymore, you know, because I am Christian. But Rakib was telling me he was Christian. You see there? Like the motherfucker was telling me all this shit and then trying to be like, nah, you're doing the girl a favor and whatnot. I got the text, bro. I'll pull all that shit up, including stuff about how Rakib has actually contributed to Elsagate. He made me, you know, think that all that stuff was okay, but I didn't know it was Elsagate and whatnot. And then you can look in my Mario Party playthrough, Sully Poems is talking about, you know, sucking a fart out like a bong grip and all that stuff. I'm like, what the fuck and whatnot. So usually I thought I was the tame version, and then they were telling me all this stuff was normal and whatnot, but they knew something was wrong with my brain because they remember the Super Mario Sunshine Challenge. It was like if I messed up or whatever, I would eat a piece of watermelon. You know, it was just like I thought it was like part of like a challenge thing, but I didn't figure it out because as a child, I had issues with comprehending math, which is why Katie knew I had like a fifth grade comprehension level with some things. I can figure out some things logically. I'm definitely talented when it comes to art and my crafts and whatever I'm interested in, whatnot, like Sonic and whatnot. I'm like straight up, yo, that sounds hilarious. But yo, I also know how the fuck to beat some ass, bro. Like you know, every time these motherfuckers said nigger to me, like, you know, I just held myself because I think like, you know, like, I mean, I've been denting metal, bro, and it's real easy. And like, I can take pictures of this stuff. It's real easy, bro. Like, I'm telling you, man, I could. You look up Michael Venom Page. Look at what he did to Cyborg. Like, I'm telling you right now, I could break somebody. Like, don't you fucking mess with me. Don't you fucking threaten me no more. Fucking Sully with your brother. You fucking threatened me when I was just telling you, like, you're messing up, bro. You're trying to accuse me of all this stuff, call me my highness and whatnot. And I got proof of you doing that to someone else. So every single time one of these people lies, more is going to come out about these people. So get ready, bro. It's about to go down, man. Etika, I actually did see him drink with a minor. I tried to stop it and I prevented it from going any further. But it was like, you know, he ran out the door. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And, you know, straight up, bro, it sounds like, you know, he was getting some people delivered. That's why he was saying, I need some pussy. And then, you know, one time he tweeted, I found some. That's why he was saying, y'all a cult, nigga. And then, you know, he said too, don't trust me, nigga. Like, you don't know, I could be some terrible person and whatnot. That's why he said he got replaced, bro. But, you know, you just gotta look into cult stuff. When you start saying how the cult, like, you know, you used to do literally, we'll see videos on cloning, human cloning and whatnot in the cult. You'll start to realize, bro, man, maybe that's what he got involved in, because Etika was saying, you know, a lot of Aleister Crowley stuff and whatnot, and you can see he talked to a minor, and he was telling me how to groom people, basically. Like, you know, basically, you got to do it right, you know, not creepy or whatever, to where you wait for their birthday or whatnot, like John was saying, basically, you know, like when that chick hits, you know, like, you gotta hit it too. Like, that motherfucker John will be saying shit, bro. And I didn't know that was wrong. I mean, you know, I've heard plenty of people, like, you know, uncles or just like people in like different families, like, you know, their uncles and whatnot saying this stuff. So I'm like, dang, okay, you know, I mean, I didn't think it was wrong. I just knew legal is legal. So I thought it was like, yeah. But I mean, that's the thing. I don't know nuance like that unless I'm told. Autism is basically like, if you don't have a script, you don't know. So, you know, you gotta think about that stuff, man. Like, literally, my channel was ran autistically. Like, I had a lisp and whatnot. I had a speech impediment. At one point, I used to talk like Blue's Clues and whatnot in school, and that's why I had to take speech therapy. And then there were other times where I had like a few feral moments and whatnot. But the thing is that my mom beat me naked without clothes on and whatnot. Like, literally abused me back then, to where she beat me into submission, to where even if I did try to stand up for myself, she used double bind narcissistic mind games, and then disowned me over money, and then called me satanic over money. So a lot of times I actually hated money. And then the reason why I hated doing YouTube was because these people were telling me, like Sully and whatnot, were indoctrinating me to be okay with them calling everybody nigger and whatnot around me. They're like, if you can't handle being called nigger to the face, then don't be on the internet. Don't work on the internet. Like, you motherfucker. Like, you know what? You need to get ready. Get ready to start saying nigger right before this race war. I'm black and Hispanic. I can say it, but I hardly ever even say it. There's a big difference between saying nigga and nigger. I'm Hispanic too. I don't really care if another Hispanic says that's just me, because it's like a friendly version of it. In my opinion, honestly, I feel like we are all one together. Like, we're all created in the image of God. And I apologize for not being the perfect role model or anything like that. I'm a sinner too. Everybody is a sinner, but I'm not about to let any of this stuff make me go down silently. These motherfuckers need to be outed. And Catherine Green, she has also sent unsolicited Hisoka and Gon Lolly. And it's like a child depiction where this motherfucker is piping the fuck out of Gon. And I didn't even know. But she brainwashed me to not say anything because she used the same mind tactics my mom used to basically beat me into submission. And used brainwashing tactics straight up. Like, don't tell me what to do. I know what the fuck I said and whatnot. But then she's telling me at the beginning, like, yeah, I'm using mind games. I'm doing all this stuff. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of holes in that boat, bitch. And I want the feds to find out. I want the feds to find everything on you. They're going to find everything on you, Katie. They're going to find you've been lying and slandering me the whole time. And oh my God, man, don't you bring the bloodline back, bro. Don't you bring the bloodline back, because damn, bro. Oh my God. I just, I pray for my soul, man, because my soul has been wanting to just be like, Stephen Frost, just hit the big red button. You could just drop it like Dr. Eggman, Master playing it up like 7 years, bro. Ever since a motherfucker tried to take my channel down, Gamer Guide, I've been thinking, if someone actually tried to kill me, what would I have done, So, when all these people are like, dang, look at this nigga Kobe stashing cash. Like, I mean, I'm just trying to protect myself. People are trying to kill me and whatnot. They threaten me and whatnot, and they take advantage of it over the phone and not being able to record and whatnot. But then they take advantage of me of being over text, and they trigger me purposely because I have a mental disorder. Like, I don't care, man. Like, they've been triggering me. They've been doing this stuff for years. It's built up. I haven't hit them once. I haven't hit a single person. But you know something, bro? I think I could just break like anybody, man. Like, I'm telling you, man, I could dent metal easy. It's like exhilarating. It's so exhilarating. Oh my God, I want to lose my mind sometimes. Like, oh my God, I can't believe these motherfuckers literally groomed me like Rakib did in 2016 after I got disowned by my mom over money. He fooled me and tried to mislead me so then he could take advantage of me and exploit me, which is why he said our plan to take down Koban Armani will be unbeatable. Yeah, this motherfucker Rakib is the root of it all. I'm gonna prove it all. We got the text and everything, motherfucker. And he knew about this stuff and he didn't guide me. He misled me. I'd ask him questions like, do I need to call the cops and all this stuff? Nah, you're fine. Just wait. And then, tell her you like, fuck you, motherfucker. Like, Rakib, people have to hold me back, bro. And that's the thing. I'm a Christian. And, the Christians can get upset. They can get tempted. They can do a lot of things, bro. Like, I haven't stepped yet. Look at my bloodline, bro. Sometimes I want to create that Attack on Titan cycle, man. Let's get ready to go. I don't give a fuck what happens. You cross my line, I don't give a shit. But Lord, I will repent. We are all sinners. The government's trying to kill us with the Hegelian dialectic. Donald Trump, Joe Biden, all this stuff. The race war, this is prophecy, man. Jesus is coming soon. I know y'all don't want to believe the Bible or nothing, but you can see the Bible is very accurate on a lot of things, like how the celebrities are part of the Order of Dagon. That's why, Etika was part of this cult, too. I mean, a lot of people. That's why Sully was telling me stuff to try and make me dislike Etika and be the one to find out all the information on Etika, I feel. Because, he's like, Etika has a problem with being famous, bro. He has an obsession with this and, getting money. That's why he's drinking all that time. I was like, maybe you're right and whatnot. But then I was like wondering too, like, why didn't Etika say anything about Matt Houston? I told him about that when I was staying out there with him in New York, but he didn't say nothing. And then when I found out stuff, I'd be saying something to him over the phone. The last time I called him on the phone, I told him I didn't trust him because I knew something was up, man. Something was fishy. This whole no snitch niggas, no bitch niggas and whatnot. and how he was telling John at one point take it to the grave and whatnot when it came to cheating on his fiance and whatnot. And John felt so guilty about it. And like John will literally tell the truth on a lot of these people, but then he'll backtrack. Like he's seen the blood on the wall that Christine Alice Pica does. Like Christine Alice Pica is a black magic witch, bro. Same with Kat Hartwell, like Catherine Green and whatnot. I mean, bro, like Katie told me, like she's been ready for this race war to happen because she's gonna be like, kill all the whites and whatnot. Like the feds need to look into that ASAP. Her and her boyfriend Rob Regis, they know I'm autistic. They said stuff that was slanderous. That's why Rob Regis deleted these tweets, which I'm gonna show and whatnot, because he realized, oh, I have a lying pussy cunt. I'm literally fucking the lying pussy cunt. But you know what? I guess that turns me on. So you know what? This is what's gonna happen, bro. Like you're gonna learn, bro. Straight up, bro. I will literally drop it tenfold. I've been, ooh. And it will be self-defense, bro, because I've been getting some people saying about home invasion and whatnot. I've been getting people telling me stuff like that. So you know what, bro? If anything happens, man, it's definitely got to be them because they've been lying and slandering on my name the whole time, including Sully Pones and whatnot. He is a snake. He is a malevolent snake. Like, this is basically Attack on Titan, bro. And I'm Aaron. I'm going to take these motherfuckers down, whether I die or not. Catherine Green sent Gon Hisoka Lally, with Hisoka fucking the shit out of Gon, man. It traumatized me. But she brainwashed me, slow cooked my mind after so long that then she made me not really want to even speak up for myself, stand up for myself. And I had to figure out how to find a clean exit. And just like all these Satanists, like, even Attica, who's basically bragging about, like, y'all are cold and whatnot, don't trust me. I could be a terrible person. You never know that. Maybe we're all pedos and whatnot. I mean, you just gotta, something better than eating dead is eating alive stuff. Cannon needs to look at this. Someone hit up Trump, Rudy Giuliani, something like that, because Etika was the one who told me that he liked Rudy Giuliani because he was against, police brutality and whatnot. And, if you take guns and whatnot, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to think what else. It was the, man, I may have mixed up that term. Police brutality? No, it was the fact that New York didn't have guns overrunning the place anymore. And he also was talking about if you assault a cop, like, you get a long time. So that's why it was like, bro, when we saw that happen, we're like, what the fuck? Like, Etika's gone. No, I'm like, what the shit? Even though I knew some stuff that Etika had done, because he was telling me at Sonic Boom, bro, oh, just wait a couple years, bro, and then they'll be prime and ready for the Kobaner picking. Exactly sounding like, like some nappy fappy boy shit. But like, I mean, that's what I was saying. I was looking up to Etika. I had such poor coordination from my autism that I had trouble walking straight, and then I couldn't even like do certain complicated things with my hands. It was kind of weird. I had fiddly hands all the time. But Etika taught me how to give a handshake, and I would be honest with him on some things and tell him very discreet stuff and whatnot. And he told me stuff like how I knew about him having the fake switch before anything occurred. Like when everybody was making the, news articles about Etika having the switch before it actually came out. Like I knew it was a fake switch. I saw it in New York when I went and visited him. So, I knew a lot of stuff. Like, me and Edgar were close and whatnot, but Sully was lying to him about me, and Sully was lying to a lot of people about a lot of things, saying all this stuff about Josh Jepson. That's why I made this account, actually. You gotta look up Chelsea X Lynn as a whore. Like, he was saying all that stuff. I'm not sure exactly why, but him and Poke Cinema were behind that. And these people, Poke Cinema, Purple Rodri, Sully's brothers, Omar, all these people vandalized my stuff. They destroyed my stuff, and then they're like wondering why I'm so fucking upset and I'm crazy, and they say, well, I have murderous intent and whatnot. Motherfucker, you vandalized my stuff. I didn't call the cops or nothing. And that's the thing too. It's like y'all can be coming for me too sometimes, and I'll be like, man, I'll knock y'all the fuck out because y'all trying to gang up on me. This is like a crazy situation. It's like that, even my dad, like, I mean, I'm not trying to be racist or nothing, but straight up, sometimes that Arab ganging up and shit and whatnot. That's why Sully was trying to get Esau smashed and try and start saying nigga and all that stuff and whatnot to kind of get in the clique and everything, start being a bad boy like them and all that stuff, like all sorts of crazy stuff. And I didn't even realize any of it was wrong until much later as I matured and I separated from that group. It was like a bubble, bro. And it's like I started realizing stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm in the Attack on Titan world. Like, if I in like some slasher movie straight up. But like, that's the thing. Katie has been saying stuff like stab him. He deserves it. She's been doing stuff that's been crossing the line that if I weren't a Christian, bro, like anybody would have just flayed this cunt by now. Like I'm telling you, bro, like it would have been like, like there would be no pussy lip. This is just like people talk about those meat flaps. Don't be shaming the pussy though. But like straight up, like there ain't gonna be no meat flaps or nothing. And also, I think Rakib may have hacked into my account because he knew about my Kobama Sama account. I made it, I think, around him, and I logged into my account around him when I was in California, when I was living with him in that nightmare of a place where he was fooling me into thinking that he was like some dating hotshot and teaching me all this stuff like in 2016, like telling me how to talk to girls and whatnot, and if people are hitting on me, and I would be asking him stuff, and he would try to lower my guard and whatnot so that he could manipulate it later and use it as a plan to make it unbeatable and slander me and set me up. It's what cults do. Look it up, man. You gotta look it up. You gotta look up double-bind narcissist mind games and a malignant female narcissist. And Christine with the blood on the wall that she threatened with Etika, that she was afraid of. John never said nothing, just like Etika never said nothing about Matt Houston, supposedly. And that's why they were all hanging out with Matt Houston, John Carlo Paramango, and Christine. And then, I know some stuff on some other stuff in the people in the community, man. Like straight up, man. But I don't know if I'm gonna die or nothing like that. But like, that's the thing. I'm gonna make sure this stuff gets out at least, like for real. Like, ain't nobody stopping me from getting this stuff up. Like, they misled me. I didn't know. That's the thing. Autistic people, they can be misled to do things. But all the food here worsens autism symptoms, and it can. I was homeschooled my whole life, bro, and I was brought up in a household where my mom manipulated my siblings, yeah, from birth, like basically to try and just get money and control and whatnot. And she's always been doing it. Like I didn't sleep on a bed till I was 18, bro, and I got disowned over money. Like what the heck, bro? I gave you how many hundreds of thousands of dollars, mom, and then you disowned me over that, and then you helped your boyfriend do this stuff, and then your boyfriend threatens me when I try to get my money back, and I call him out on his lying, and then he wants to twist it all. Like, this is craziness. This is nuts. And she never stood up for me enough. And he triggered my amygdala. These people are triggering me constantly. They know I have PTSD symptoms glaringly from all this stuff. I have ADHD, which is a precursor to autism. Autism is a just more extreme version. And my executive functioning, look up adult executive functioning. You have to. If you say anything to me, if you try to discredit anything I say, I don't want to hear it because you're not listening to anatomy, you're not reading it. And if you try and discredit it, I'm going to tell you you're wrong. Don't you say nothing to me. My lawyer said don't say nothing. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to cuss y'all out. Don't you say nothing to me. I researched this stuff for years. I am now the autism extraordinaire that these motherfuckers want to make fun of and whatnot, and these symptoms that I have and whatnot, that I was born with, a disorder. They want to keep on making fun of people with disabilities. That's why I was making fun of the Sonic Sweetie with Emmy. I didn't know it was wrong and whatnot because John, Gamer Guy 7 Aces showed, it was true. It was true.